The question is really, what is a physical computer and how is it any different to all other computers or ways of solving tasks that existed throughout history? Something that weighs 0 grams, so you can fly it out the window if you want. There is this unique relationship that develops between one person and the world around them due to that. What I think the physical computer industry is about is the invention of clear yet playful operating system that invites you to change, that invites you to create on your own, and that is justified on personal level. It is plain fun. And to create a system where the physical act of writing is not just about putting pen to paper, but about interacting with a dynamic and responsive environment that will understand and adapt to users' needs. An extension of human hand, which can amplify those inherent intellectual and creative ability of any person. It can free people to make creative pursuits, to free them from this media buzz, from overwhelmment, from procrastination, from those various news feeds and other dull aspects of our world, and for the life that will be probably more curious and playful. Probably the best way to explain it would be an analogy. When the first smartphone was invented in 2008, it suddenly became possible to live your whole life inside it. From talking to people, to writing, designing, video editing, taking notes, doing photos, much more. But it still was justified only for basic things, like checking email, playing simple games, maybe even listening to some music. But more modern smartphones and tablets took it just a step further. When someone wants to go on a vacation, it's not necessary to bring a computer with them. Many of those heavy tasks may be done there. But on the other hand, that's when we started seeing all those couples on daily smartphones, which kudos to them. They still get away from home and work somewhere. Many people just sit there at home and use it every day. That's also time where most people started to begin their day with a smartphone. By the mid-2010s, 10 years ago, digital computing in the form of phones, tablets, netbooks and PCs has achieved this proliferation in society, because how many things can be done just with one singular device. At that point, physical technologies, handwriting and solving things online in our physical real world, it became much more rare. For just a moment in history, I believe. We've seen the same evolution if we examine the history of physical computing. The very first computer, or the cave wall, was designed to solve an everyday task, to show others when and where to get food in a new, creative manner. The next revolution was in Mesopotamia, with invention of handwriting, which was used to achieve, to store, to record documents in space and time. Then more visual and graphic systems started to pop out: spreadsheets, schemes, formulas, geographic maps, mind maps, so different types to compute over the centuries. But there was not a systemized, practical and applicable system with needed applications. What I think the physical computer industry is about is the invention of clear yet playful operating system that invites you to change, that invites you to create on your own, and that is justified on personal level. It is plain fun. Something that weighs 0 grams, so you can fly it out the window if you want to. And it's really changing the way that people interact with reality. There is this unique relationship that develops between one person and the world around them due to real-world physical technology. We view our people, those who I want to help, segmented into 4 major segments: education, creative professional, small business, scientific researcher, maybe tech enthusiast. We view Notepad as not the market really, but as a base tool at which physical computing and a physical operating system may be built. And we call a collection of pen and paper a notebook. Very simple and straightforward, yet for wider and more clear computing capabilities for a wider audience, we may need to change the format quite much. Notepad is not a market, it's location, and it's where computing takes place for many people. We do physical computers that are focused on solving creative and everyday tasks, and we aim to enhance this experience by introducing new dimension to it. This physical computer is not just a tool, it's a canvas for imagination, where ideas can take shape in most natural form through touch, through size, through manual manipulation, through remembering it. Our vision is to bring back this tactile satisfaction of creating and solving with one's own hands. We want to merge the best from two worlds, from physical and digital, and to create a system where the physical act of writing is not just about putting pen to paper, but about interacting with a dynamic and responsive environment that will understand and adapt to users' needs. So imagine a workspace where your handwritten notes can be organized as efficiently as a digital file, where your sketches come to life and interact with various elements, and where a barrier between ideas, thoughts, and real world becomes seamless. This is one of the things that we are striving to achieve with our physical operating system and all of those apps that people can create on their own with simple LEs. We target those who solve creative tasks and who want to live curious and playful life. And we do this with handwriting and the clarity of well-drawn diagram and the power of physical model. Our system is designed to those who find joy in this act of creation, who seek a deeper connection to their work, and who believe that this process is not less important than the outcome. We are not just creating product, you see, we want to foster movement, a resistance of physical form in still a digital age. We are inviting everyone to join us in this journey and to rediscover this joy of creation and to see the world not just in a backdrop of those digital screens, but as a rich, interactive playground that is for your mind and for your senses. Let's redefine what it means to compute, what it means to create and to connect to the world around us. This brings us back to essence of what physical operating system is. Let's consider an analogy. There was an article in Scientific American in early 70s that compared the efficiency of locomotion to various other species on Earth. They measured energy expenditure for a bird to travel from point A to point B and compare it to a fish, a goat, and a human. And the condor emerged as the most efficient, while humans were the least. But when they tested the efficiency of human on a bicycle, the human outperformed the condor. It showcased our ability as tool makers to enhance our capabilities, our limited capabilities. That is precisely our goal. We are creating what could be seen as 21st century quill, an extension of human hand, which can amplify those inherent intellectual and creative ability of any person. It can free people to make creative pursuits, to free them from this media buzz, from overwhelmment, from procrastination, from those various news feeds and other dull aspects of our world, and for the life that will be probably more curious and playful.